Hello guys, NautoAisDx, and once again there will be a Nintendo Direct on September 23rd, 2021 at 3 p.m. Pacific time, my time. So a lot of people, hopefully that there's going to be some good news about this. But as always, keep your expectation in check, because if you go too high, then you're gonna have a massive disappointment. Of course, you know what happened with the Switch Pro story in the past. So, but it is what it is there. So, hopefully, a lot of the rumors gonna be true. I heard about like new classic console on the Nintendo Switch Online, because let's just say for the past years there was not so much enjoyment out of it, and some of the games that come out are like, well, we're not good, they were Jelly Boys and the Bamboozle games. So hopefully that rumor is going to be true. Some surprises, some more info on games that's going to be released this year, and perhaps some surprises for next year. And of course, the biggest one is, are they going to announce the final character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? And like I said on my Smash Bros. Ultimate video, whoever it is, no hard feeling, is either yes, oh my gosh, or no, well, I'm not too happy, but I'm moving on. Maybe I'll start playing Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, if you know what I mean. But the bottom line is that yes, this will be the last character, and this character is going to end the support for Ultimate. Sakurai himself already kind of said this multiple times, and you kind of see his lingo that he really doesn't want to do this anymore. I know he did this because Iwata asked him, hey, can you do it as a favor one last time? So respect there, but man, I mean, to some extent it's kind of unfortunate that his sort of legacy is doing Super Smash Bros. Games. He did some like Kid Icarus surprising, but again, it is what it is. I don't think it's that sad, but at this point on, he wants to do something else. He doesn't want to continue Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, if they are going to continue, like I said, it's time for someone else to do it. Don't let Project Sora do it anymore, because the guy's tired. So anyway, enough rambling intro here. So with that, I'm going to start watching the Nintendo Direct, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts on the whole shebang. Oh boy, this will be interesting. So I got to watch the Nintendo Direct for September 23rd, 2021. And I have to say, it's actually a good Direct. They're showing some new games that are going to be in 2022. Yeah, there are some games that people say, well, it should be in the Direct. How come it's not? Like I said before, it is what it is. This is their plan. This is how they go. And the bottom line is, no matter what, Nintendo Directs are more interesting than any other presentation. So they do have games that I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna buy them in the long run. So with that, I want to give my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct. Here are my thoughts. So first, I gotta do this, the elephant in the room. So everybody expect, who will be the final character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Well, Koizumi basically, what a lot of people said, a curveball, and that he made an announcement that there will be a presentation for the final character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And he even clarified, again, just like Sakurai, that this will be the final presentation, the final talk, the final information about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Once this character is out, it's done. That's it, and they're done with the game. So if you want something new, there's always Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl to some extent there, but it is what it is. And I said before in my previous video about this, it's either yes, I can't believe they put this character in, or no, it is what it is, I'm just gonna move on. So again, just like the Nintendo Direct, you gotta keep your expectation in check. If it's not the character that you want, it is what it is. Heck, even they said that the announcement is on October the 5th. It's going to be the final presentation, not only the characters, the final batch of new costume and other features and the feature for this game, which, like I said, they're done. and it is what it is. There's nothing else you can do about it. I'm not gonna convince him to do a Season Pass 3 because he probably wants to plan to do a Season Pass 2 for this one, but you know, he did it for the fans, so again, it is what it is there. So I just have to mention that first because people were hoping they're gonna see who's the final character, but they said nope, gotta wait a little bit longer, so I understand that. So with that said, the first thing they showed was a teaser trailer for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, released in summer of 2022. So just like Monster Hunter World with Iceborne, so Monster Hunter Rise is gonna have their own expansion titled Sunbreak. And the funny part is, the other one's called Iceborne, and this one is Sunbreak. It's kind of like fire and ice theme. So I don't know. Maybe in 2023, I'm just gonna guess, probably far-fetched, that there's gonna be probably a special event where Monster Hunter World cross Monster Hunter Rise. Just saying there, but whatever. This game is not gonna be out the expansion. So again, it's gonna be 2022. So a lot of these announcements are gonna be 2022 there. So kind of makes sense. So the next one that I am interested in is Mario Party Superstar, which is gonna release in October 29th. They just announced new stages, new sort of a system, night and day for some of the board games, whatever. And then of course they even showed a new mini mode called mini game mode. And you know, I mean, it is basically one of those like compilation Mario Party game with all the boards and all the mini games from previous games. So I mean, if you're into Mario Party, like the Yo Video Game Cast, there you go. So the next one is they showed Wave 2 for the expansion pass for Hyrule Warrior Age of Calamity, and yeah, probably more stories, new weapons and stuff. I mean, there is a list there, they show you what it is. So again, I still have to get that game probably in the long run. So, I mean, it's a good prequel for Breath of the Wild, which, again, spoiler for this, Nintendo Direct, there is no info about the Breath of the Wild 2 or its 35th anniversary right now, so probably later on. So, again, just have to wait a bit longer for that one. So, the next one they announced that I am interested, and kind of bummed me out to some extent, is a new Chocobo racing called Chocobo Grand Prix. It's going to come out in 2021, which I'm surprised. Sort of a high-def version of the PlayStation Chocobo Racing. The downside here, and that kind of made me upset, is this is a Switch exclusive as of right now. Hopefully time exclusive, but it is a Switch exclusive. So they didn't mention anything about time exclusive, whatever. That's probably going to be something later on. We'll just have to wait and see. But the sad part is, the first game was on the PlayStation. Now it's like really going to be Switch exclusive. Probably Nintendo bought them the deal with exclusivity, so hopefully it's a time exclusive, but we just have to wait and see. So the next one is, finally the rumors are true, a new Kirby game, and this time it's going to be a 3D platformer rather than a side-scrolling like those past games, and it's called Kirby and the Forgottenland, which is, it's set to a new forgotten world where it's like a bunch of buildings, looks like modern building, but it is going to be 3D platform rather than just 2D. So that looks interesting. Again, 2022, you can see the pattern there. And then another one finally for the Animal Crossing fan, including myself. I know I have played the game. I played Pocket Camp, and to some extent, sad part is I do have all the version, the GameCube, DS, 3DS, Wii, even the board game for the Amiibo that went on sale. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so Animal Crossing New Horizon will have a new update that's going to come in November, and the first one is the rumor, the data mine, again, it's true, Rooster, the green bird that makes coffee, so he's back finally. The last time I remember was in the 3DS version. So again, for anybody who's an Animal Crossing fan, there it is. And there will be in October, and this is the best part here, that a lot of the Nintendo Direct have announcement to announcement. I know it's funny that it's going to be the month of October. It's going to be an interesting one, but I'm going to explain that also later. So back again to Animal Crossing, there will be a Direct in October, and hopefully by the love of Mike, you know, they're probably going to say, well, why? You can just pay $20 for the Switch online. Why do you want this? And that is the NES, SNES furniture since the GameCube. They got rid of it. So I can understand for certain systems like the DS or the 3DS, but like on the Switch, really? On the Wii, you're not gonna do it. And a lot of the rumor they kept saying was that because, well, we don't want to jeopardize because of the Virtual Console or now the Nintendo Switch Online, classic Netflix thing. But I'm like, come on, man, you gotta throw those Animal Crossing fan a bone. And the best part here is there will be Wave 5 of the Animal Crossing Amiibo cards. So more blind bag. I mean, probably the most interesting one is going to be the Sanrio one. And of course, I did say that in a previous video that it's now easy to get. They have a lot of stock, and apparently not a lot of people like give a hoot about it. So nice. But yeah, Wave 5, probably new animal villagers. So that'll be interesting. And then the next one that I am interested is Mario Golf will have new update. Right now, this recording, new courses, 2 of them, and 2 new characters. One is Koopa Troopa, and then the other one is Ninji from Super Mario Brothers 2. It made some limited appearance in Super Mario World and new Super Mario Brothers. Heck, they're even in Super Mario Run, that mobile game. But again, they're becoming popular now. I'm surprised. I mean, Shy Guy was the most popular one, and then you got Pookie, Babam, but now Ninja. So maybe he'll have his own game in the future, like a downloadable game. Who knows? But yeah, new updates. There you go. And then Project Triangle, or now they call it Triangle Strategy. Basically the same people who did Project Octopath Traveler. That game, it's like a Final Fantasy Tactics style game. So they did a fine thing because remember there is sort of a beta. I played it. I didn't really like it. It was too convoluted in my opinion. So basically what they're saying is that because of the survey, the people gave their opinion. There will be some quality of life improving in that game, and it will come out in March 4th, 2022. So that's good. If you like this type of game, you like the Octopath Traveler design, again, Final Fantasy Tactic, they're going to make it easy. That's one of the complaints people had, because it was actually hard, it was unbalanced, but of course that was a beta, so I mean, it is what it is. And then moving on, more Metroid Dread videos. So they kind of give the hint, like a bit of a basic premise, because they've been talking about a lot of these things, the Metroid Dread cards. They really want this game to sell well, because apparently past games didn't sell well to some extent. I mean, I know Metroid Other M was one of the failure ones. I like the game, it's good, but a lot of people hated it, so it is what it is. So the basic story of this one is that you're gonna go to a new planet called Planet ZDR, and apparently the robots there went rogue for whatever reason, and you have to investigate. So I mean, it is what it is. I might buy it in the long run just to support this franchise and maybe help Spawncast able RGT85 to play Balan Wonderworld for the Nintendo Switch. Okay, whatever. So another one that I said about this is interesting for the month of October. So there have been rumors that the Nintendo Switch Online is going to have some improvements and that it will have some new system. But the catch is we're also hearing rumor that they gotta have a new tier, and Koizumi can announce it. And yes, the Nintendo Switch Online will have some new updates. They will have N64 and Sega Genesis, Netflix, Super Nintendo Flix, you name it, you know what I'm talking about. Their Nintendo Pass. Okay, you get the idea. But yeah, they're gonna have now N64 and Genesis able to play online. So the rumors were true. Unfortunately, no Game Boy or Game Boy Color. That was the other half of it. Rumor, and some people believe because of Pokemon, they want to add in Pokemon, but they said Pokemon Company might say no again. I heard this from other people in the internet. I don't know what the story behind it, but well, for now, you got 2 new systems, N64 and Sega Genesis. Downside to some extent, downside here. And the rumor that a lot of the leakers said that there will be some sort of tier, there is. So there will be a new tier for the Nintendo Switch Online called Plus Expansion Pack. So if you want to play those N64 and Genesis game, you're going to have to pay more. So as expected, there's going to be a new tier. So of course, The Nintendo Switch Online is $20. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, if you're trying out loud working, $20 a year, it's like $20 value, platinum hit, PlayStation game, whatever. But the bottom line is $20. So I'm gonna guess that the expansion pack part, it's going to be probably $10 more. That's just my guess. I mean, it makes sense if it's gonna be $30 because again, the improvement right now they're saying is, I mean, hopefully the online, because they did in the past kind of said that they're improving that, but to some extent is N64 and Genesis. So maybe my guess is just gonna make sense logistically, $10 more. So it's gonna be $30 per year. That makes sense. $40, like $20 more for just N64 and Genesis. You're probably gonna have more. You probably at this point you have to put in the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, but they say that they're gonna announce a lot of this information later in late October. So as of right now, there's no shadow drop like they did with Super Nintendo. But again, it is what it is. They finally revealed it, and you know I gotta give credit to Emily Rogers. You know, she got it right that this is gonna be Game Boy, Game Boy Color, N64, and a popular console in the 90s. Which is, of course, the Genesis. I mean, Virtual Boy, come on. I mean, but to some extent, even putting the Virtual Boy, they should just put it in, but of course, it's probably going to cost money just to put it in on the Nintendo Switch Online, but I mean, it is what it is, whatever. But again, finally, they revealed it. So the next one is a montage that I got interested, and that is Castlevania Advanced Collection. Yes, it was sort of a rumor because of a ESRB rating in Taiwan, a rating board there, and they said, oh, this game's gonna come out, and yeah, so it is revealed in the montage. It's gonna have the 3 Game Boy Advance and Dracula X for the Super Nintendo, so don't be confused with the better version, you know, with the Castlevania Symphony of the Night Requiem. Rondo of Blood, yeah, the one for the TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine. As of right now for that one, beside the PSP, it is still, it's sad. It's still a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Even limited run, it's only the PlayStation exclusive for the physical release. But again, you know, if you're a fan of Rondo Blood and you only have a Switch, Dracula X is probably your best bet there. But again, cool, $20. Same price as those other one that came out before. So I wouldn't be surprised within a year or so, this one's gonna have a price drop, price sale, whatever, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get it in the long run. I mean, I'm not a Castlevania fan, but I heard these games are good, never really played them, I know. So moving from that one, that's sort of interesting. Actraiser Remake HD. I mean, if you played that for the Super Nintendo, they did a remake, and maybe I'll buy it in the long run, but $30, I mean, like, no dude, sorry. And of course, I forgot to mention this for the Castlevania Advanced Collection. It is multi-platform, what I heard, but again, it does make sense that it should be a announced on the Nintendo because all of these are from the Game Boy Advance. So just saying that. And then, of course, moving from this one is something sort of interesting by Toby Fox, and that is Deltarune Chapter 2. So finally, Chapter 1, Chapter 2 is out on the Switch. Of course, it's out on the Steam. I wouldn't be surprised if it's also out on the other console. It's free, the first and second chapter. The only downside on the PlayStation one is no trophy support, but if it's free, can't really complain that. And for people who say, is it a sequel to Undertale? Not so much. According to Toby Fox, it's a parallel story to it. So like a side story to something there. So it is what it is. And then I gotta give props to Hamster Arcade. We've been doing a lot of this classic arcade, you know, online ranking board. I mean, there's no online play for some of it, which probably most of it, they don't have online competitive. But yeah, online ranking, I know I'm a sucker too. I bought it, but I know I bought them at least 50% off, and I rather play them on the PlayStation 4 for trophy reason versus on the Switch, play them on the toilet. But the bottom line is that Hamster Arcade will now have Namco games on it. So the first two they announced is Pac-Man and Xevious. Problem is that those games have been out multiple times already. I mean, put in Tekken 1, 2, and 3. I think people are gonna buy that, but Again, I mean, if you're a PlayStation fan, you have a PlayStation console, you're probably able to play Tekken, PlayStation 1, and PS3, Vita, or PSP. But whatever, beside the point, Hamster Arcade now has Namco games, so that's awesome there. And then they took sort of a break from the game to announce the Super Mario Brothers movie with Miyamoto coming out this holiday of 2022. And they revealed the cast. I'm like, yeah, why not? And yeah, so what's the point of this movie anyway? Why even do it? Well, if you follow the Wii U storyline, what happened? Of course, when the Wii U started to fail, they had to change their market strategy. And one of them is to make a movie, and this is it. It's been a long time planned, so they finally revealed it's going to come out, like I said, in 2022 holiday. And they didn't show any picture yet, but eventually, I mean, it'll be a while before. But again, the whole point is for the general audience who are not into video game or Nintendo, and hopefully that if they watch this movie, oh, maybe I'll play Super Mario Brothers or Odyssey or any Nintendo game, Mario Party, whatever. So it's a good strategy move. We just have to wait and see what it looks like. I heard there were leaks, but I'm not going to be talking about that. So coming to a close here that I am interested is Splatoon 3. They showed a new trailer. The guy who's in charge of it explained a bit that in this time around in the third game, it takes place in a new city called Splatville, the City of Chaos, and of course there's going to be a new weapon. Apparently going to be some rideable weapon this time around. And that apparently there's going to be a new race, I'm just going to call it that because it's a fantasy world. They call themselves Mammalcians, and apparently they're mammals. So besides squid, octopus, fishes, urchins, like sea creatures, now you're going to have land creatures in the game. So we'll just have to wait and see again, 2022 there. And finally, closing for this Nintendo Direct, finally, after 4 years, and that is Bayonetta 3. They finally showed not only trailer, but gameplay. So gameplay, that means it's going to come close on its release date. And they showed Bayonetta's new outfit. And apparently, if you really listen carefully, the voice actress is different. And if you've been following the news about the Bayonetta, apparently the original actress, there was some issue to a point that she even said that I might not be voicing anymore. Again, I guess this is the reason why. I don't know what the story behind it. Maybe they'll explain more. And it will come out in 2022. And again, for everyone who's sort of kind of like, man, this sucks. Platinum Games is only on the Switch, especially Bayonetta. Like, what's the F? Okay, first, little gist of it. Astral Chain is a Nintendo IP, so Nintendo bought that. So they own that. They funded the game. Whatever. Bayonetta is, if you follow the history in the Wii U, Sega did not want to fund Bayonetta because the game didn't do good. Even so, the 360 was actually good, people didn't like it. The people didn't play this game. Apparently not a lot of people like it, only a minority. So again, the minority kind of complain, oh, Wii U exclusive, also in the Switch, on via port, they're mad. Like, oh, but again, if you watch it for Nintendo, there wouldn't be Bayonetta. That's the thing. Like, they were the only one that's willing to fund the game. Sony didn't want to do it. Microsoft didn't want to do it. Other companies didn't want to do it. Sega themselves didn't want to do it. So, I mean, if you want to blame someone, blame Sega of Japan. I mean, if you've been following Sega, they have business problems as of lately. So, again, that's why it says Nintendo Switch exclusive. I mean, lend your voice heard. You know, tell Sega, maybe they'll think about it. But right now, the contract, from what I understand, is Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 3 is a Nintendo exclusive IP. Yeah, it's owned by Sega, but the game itself is owned by Nintendo. So with that, they showed a new gameplay and a new outfit look for Bayonetta. And again, she sounds younger. Again, probably business behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on there, but it looks good. Am I going to play it? Maybe it gets cheap because I still have to finish Bayonetta 2. And I have it for the Wii U. Unfortunately, I did not buy the Switch version. I was hoping for a sale and they never did, so it is what it is. Maybe they'll re-release Bayonetta again on the Switch. I'm just hoping. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, it is what it is there. I mean, like I said to anyone, it is gonna bum out if you don't like Bayonetta being on the Switch. And a teaser here is that I am going to give my thoughts on, again, exclusivity as of 2021, because of course in E3 with Microsoft with Starfield, so that would be a different video there. So, my thoughts, the whole Nintendo Direct. It's actually good, informative, new games. Yeah, there are a lot of games that have been already out, just new content, but again, at least they're supporting the game. A lot of curveballs in this one, which is again, fine. More directs, going to be in the month of October. Smash Bros. With the final character is going to be in its own presentation, October the 5th, 7 a.m. Pacific, so I got to wake up early for that one. Oh, lordy lord. And then Animal Crossing Direct somewhere in October. And then by the end of October is they're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack. And I kind of funny when they said Expansion Pack, kind of remind me of that Expansion Pack add-on for the N64, which sort of supposed to be like shareable data, and you bring it to your friend's console, put the data. I mean, it was weird, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, I sell my own N64, but you know, whatever. Again, maybe if the price is right, if it's $10 more, fine. I'll buy it. I'll try it. I'll give an impression. But if it's gonna be $40, that's gonna be dumb. Especially the controller. My opinion, only. You know, people can say whatever. Especially the Genesis controller, that ain't worth $50 for that one. I don't know what that material's made of. And it's a 3-button Genesis controller. Like, if you really want a good experience with the Genesis, you gotta get the 6-button controller, just saying. And from what I understand, they're compatible with the Switch. So, just saying there. Credit to Matt Simmons of Yo Video Game, you know, he said it. So, but in case with the N64 controller, okay, me personally, this is me personally, I would go with a GameCube controller with a USB. Just saying there. I have one from my Wii U, plays much better than the weird TIE Fighter controller. Okay, maybe I'm in the minority, but I'm not really a fan of the N64 controller. I think it looks weird for what it is. I'd rather play it with the PlayStation 2 controller, but if it's not, I would highly recommend, again, my personal opinion, to play the N64 games with the GameCube controller or the Pro controller, the Switch Pro controller. Get those, play with those. You'll probably have a better experience than that N64. That's just, that was just too weird. It's too weird, I'm sorry. It's too weird, but it is what it is again. So, those are my thoughts. It's awesome. Great to be a Nintendo fan here. And yeah, like I said, there's going to be a final day for Smash Bros. We'll just have to wait and see. New update for Animal Crossing, the expansion pack, games coming out. Finally, Bayonetta. They finally showed something about Bayonetta because Kamiya was being a douche in the past because people keep complaining about Bayonetta 3. So finally he said, here it is. So shut up. That's probably gonna say that's what he's gonna say about it for Kamiya. You know him. He's a grunt. You know, he's a grunt. I don't know what to say. Anyway, you know, exciting news, awesome news. So we'll just have to wait and see. 2022. That's gonna be interesting, and it is unfortunate. No Breath of the Wild 2, but again, it won't be out for a while. They just said 2022. So hopefully they'll do more about the 35th anniversary, because right now, I did pre-order this because, you know, I'm an idiot. The Game & Watch Legend of Zelda, whatever, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I mean, the sad part is I actually have those classic Zelda games on the GameCube, and then for whatever reason, I bought it on the 3DS. Yeah, I'm sad. Yeah, so anyway, with that, great to be a Nintendo fan. The Direct starts good. They never disappoint. So this one, no different. So with that, I'll see you guys later.